A question I would have going this way, Dave, we're obviously gonna do this at a meeting with members.
Right.
Conceptually, how would that work? You're at a members meeting and you vote this, and if you do, then you need to have a next vote that proposes then.
Well, this is the way I would see it. This would be in the ballot, as part of the ballot.
It would have to be before.
There would be bylaws questions and
If you do
article
this, there have to
question.
be two, right?
Well, then there'd be another question, assuming the above, then,
Then,
yeah, so if the first one failed, the second one failed. That's how I would structure it.
I want to make sure I understand the numbers here. To have a quorum, you have to have how many of the people? What do we have, like 1,700 members now, or what do we have?
I think it's 1,900 or so.
We have 1,920.
My example here, I use 2,000,
Okay.
just as an
And
example.
35% would be a quorum. That would have to be the total vote for this even to be applicable. Is that what I'm understanding?
Right.
Yeah, that would have to be the total number present that you can
Well, present or
call
voted.
the meeting.
That's 67,000, I'm just kidding.
So it's roughly 600, 650,
600. And then you have to get 2/3 of that.
right.
but the way it reads now.
Oh, I know, the way it reads now is impossible.
67% of the total eligible voting power.
Yeah, because we don't know where half of them
Yes, we do.
Half of them are not.
are. I'm being a bit,
I know.
I know the problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree with your wording. I believe that's the way to move this community forward.
No matter how small the change is, I would recommend that legal counsel have a review this.
I guess I'm thinking with the environment that we are operating in now, coming up on this election, this annual meeting, is this the time to attempt to change something that makes it easier to do a major change, which this does? It's only a question to consider as we think about this. Is this the right environment to try to do this? When what we're really after now, and probably the only time, because as we said, it's the clubhouse, is really what we're talking about. Or do we need to put under our present articles and present rules the situation of what happened, here we are, here's what it says, if you wish us to use the clubhouse, these are the rules. If you don't wish it, this is exactly what we're going to do. It's one vote. I'm not saying this is a good idea, but it's the environment and the process right now of what we're after to get the community to say to us. I think we know if we stay with what we've got, what the answer may be. But the philosophy is here, is they're getting the chance to operate. And they either do or they don't. They will correct numbers.
I'm a little concerned about the optics of it. I think that's what you're saying. It's partially what you're saying. It looks like we're going to change the rules to skate on an error that we made.
Let's separate it.
This,
I agree. I think with the big picture, I like this idea, the more I think about it, okay? I know the hurdles we've had in the past to try to get anything done here. So I think, forget the refinancing in the clubhouse. I think in the big picture, this makes sense for the reasons cited, okay? As far as the clubhouse and refinancing, that's a whole nother topic. And I have one question for Ray or whoever can answer it. Can we, if we chose to, leave the financing just the way it is and change the collateral? Has anybody talked to the bank about that? Because from what I've learned, I think the bank would
yes,
jump at the opportunity.
that is the question we originally posed to them.
Yeah.
And they counter-proposed with a lot of new proposals. Finally settled on the proposal we presented to you.
Okay.
Now, our picture of it was not to change the T's and C's of the loan, just to change the collateral.
That you'd
And
still
they
have
want,
to
they
settle
want
the
the
costs.
refinancing with the part of the package.
They need new terms and conditions in order to accept that.
I think they're shooting themselves in the foot from what I've understood, but that's their problem.
It's really our problem at this point. It's not theirs, it's ours.
No, they don't have any collateral.
I understand. But we've had this discussion of where we are.
Okay.
Okay, time to call this one? Anybody else wanna say anything?
We know we have to put something before the membership in October, we do know that.
One thing or
Right.
two things?
Yes.
How many would like Dave to continue to develop this concept? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there are 7, there are 10 board members here, so that passes.
Okay.
Dave, can I also ask you to, when you present this the next time, would you also present your precise mechanics for handling two different questions on the, two different referendums? So you'll have to have them, you'll have to deal with this one on the articles, and we'll have to deal with the companion one on what we do with football. So what is the mechanics of getting them both on a ballot, such that one is dependent on the other?
It's not three, I think it's three. Because if this fails, it says the second one doesn't apply.
No.
Do we then vote against the original?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, but if we put this on the ballot, all right? The companion to this is then to remortgage or redesignate based on this percentage.
Well, let me work it.
Okay,
let me
you
work it.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The second question has to be
Would be the same in either case?
dependent on how the first question is answered.
Yeah, yeah, that's the way I see it.
There's a dependency, they're not independent questions.
So
Well-
the second one becomes the same no matter what happens to the first?
Exactly,
Okay, that's right, I agree with that.
yeah.
Because we still want to vote, one way or the other.
Right, we do.
Right.
But you change the conditions by which you declare that vote passed or not.
Correct, okay.
Okay,
But it then becomes applicable to any change in the bylaws.